ado, I'd like to introduce to the stage our second lightning speaker of this afternoon. She's going to be speaking about the Metaverse. Please make some noise for Sarah Abail.
Thank you. I'm Sarah Abail, and in this session, we will go beyond reality. We will explore the Metaverse, what it has to offer, and what it could mean for us as a Muslim community. But before we head into that, what do you guys think of the Metaverse? Cool. Thank you. That was it. That was the session. No, but that's very nice to hear, because when the Metaverse first came up, right, it got a lot of skepticism. And that's fairly normal. Because if we go back 30 years, that's the way that the internet was received by the media. It was also very badly received. Everybody thought it was a hype. And that's very normal because, it's something new. It's something that we're not used to. We don't know how to incorporate it in our regular life. But the Metaverse is not something that just popped up out of nowhere. It's not that one day somebody woke up and said, okay, let's build a Metaverse. If we look at the evolution of the internet, it makes a lot of sense. Because the internet at first was a search engine. People used to go up to their big old computers, turn it off. It would ramble a little bit, sound like a rocket ship. Then you sit in front of your desk, in front of, once again, a big old screen. And they used to search for things. That could be, for example, a product that they're looking for, a service, or just information. And it was called at that time the information superhighway. Then came the time where social media was introduced. Social media platforms, and the fact that also we went from this big old computer to laptops and mobile phones, and we were able to be connected throughout a whole day, basically. It made it very easier. And this was a time where the internet was known as a social media place to be, basically. It was not a one-way street anymore where we would just go to find information, but we were also part of the internet. We could make a profile, post things on there, post YouTube videos, for example, and interact with each other. And what we're seeing right now is that we're shifting from this to a place where people want to actually be immersed. They want immersive experiences. They don't just want to post and watch videos and like things, but they want actually to be part of this experience. Now, when we talk about the Metaverse, it's not just this virtual reality. It's, a lot of times people think that, the Metaverse is just virtual reality. But virtual reality is a part of the Metaverse. And when we talk about the Metaverse, we need to take three things in mind. So we have the augmented reality, which is basically our reality that we live in right now with an augmented layer. The filters that you use, for example, on Instagram or Snapchat or TikTok, that's augmented reality. The beauty filters, ladies, that you use, that's augmented reality. Or gentlemen, the beard filters that you guys use, also augmented reality. Then we also have something else, mixed reality. That's the mix, like the name says, of reality and of the virtual world. That's, for example, if we have an immersive session at work where somebody's joining online and we're using a whiteboard all together to create things or to brainstorm, that's mixed reality. And then the last one is virtual reality. That's the one that we usually associate with the Metaverse, where you need a VR headset to be part of that, and you're in a completely virtual world. If we zoom back out again to this umbrella term, the Metaverse, it's not something that's being built by one company. We know that several companies, or one company in particular, such as Meta, for example, is really, researching it and putting a lot of time and money in it because it sees it as the future. However, when it comes to the Metaverse as a whole, there's actually a lot of companies that are investing and researching in it. And it varies across different industries. So we have, for example, Meta, Amazon Web Services, Google, big tech. But we also have gaming companies such as Nintendo and Fortnite and other companies. Now, you may ask yourself, why do all these companies research this new phenomenon, and why do they invest so much money in it? Well, the answer is simple. It's because it will be an engine of economic opportunity of $3 trillion by 2031. So in 8 years, the metaverse will unlock opportunity for businesses, for individuals, for communities as well of $3 trillion. Now that we know a little bit more about the metaverse, right, the basics, what the opportunity is, what does it mean for us as a Muslim community? Well, I did some research, and I found that recently the world's first Hajj and Umrah simulator was launched by Mayfair. So what this is, basically, it's a virtual world where, as a pilgrim, you can immerse yourself and get ready for Hajj and Umrah. And they have trained over 50,000 people to go to Hajj or Umrah, which is very impressive. The feedback that they got is because and thanks to this new emerging technology, they were able to really enjoy their experience fully and ramp up for their Hajj and Umrah experience, because they knew when to say the prayers, when to make a certain ritual. And also, once they saw it in real life, they actually recognized that place. Other companies that are also or have also already invested in it is Muslim 3D, which is kind of similar to Mayfair, and even governments are currently investing heavily in the metaverse, such as Saudi Arabia, who recently launched a Black Rock initiative, where they allowed people who were not able or fortunate enough to actually touch the Black Rock in real life to touch it virtually. And they simulated it by creating another Black Rock and spraying the actual perfume of the Kaaba on it. So these are just a few opportunities when it comes to virtual reality. When it comes to augmented reality, we also have a lot of opportunities as a Muslim community. Islamic GPS, that's a GPS that not only shows you the way to the nearest mosque, but once you actually are in front of that mosque and you put up your phone and put the app on, it will also show you the name of the mosque and a little bit more information about that mosque. Car2 Muslim, which is a game for little children with cards and also an app. And through that app, they can actually point at the card and see, for example, the prayer. And what research has shown is that this added, immersive layer of education really helps the children to understand better. And it's also a lot of fun to play. I haven't played it yet, but that's what the reviews say. And then also the halal food app, also amazing. I know that in some stores right now, they do have a halal section. However, not all stores have it. And sometimes you also want to check in parts that are not at the halal section to see if something is permitted for you to eat or not. What this app would do, this is not an app that has already been launched yet, but a few researchers were already looking into creating it. Maybe the last speaker could be part of launching it. Is that this app basically would help you to take up your phone, take a picture of the product, and then they would show you if it's something that is halal or not halal. So these are a few use cases that we currently already have, but that also shows the opportunities that we have as a whole. If there's one key takeaway that I want you to have out of this session, is that the metaverse is here, and it's here to stay, and it's being built right now. So if we want to be part of it as a community, and also just in general, it's time for us to build the future right now. Thank you so much. Thank you.